Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Nicholas Sarsa and Gabe Lucetta. We're here at AMF Bellevue Lanes on this Easter Sunday for our top 5 stair-step finals. First place today is going to be $2,736. Our first 2 contestants, this is stair-step final, so your 5th seed is going to bowl your 4th seed. Obviously, the winner bowls the 3rd seed, winner bowls the 2nd seed, winner bowls the overall leader. So in our first match here, we have 5th seed Jonathan Gilroy from Denver, a 2-time champion. His last title is Centennial Lanes in Longmont. Jonathan originally joined us 15 years ago, took a hiatus, and has been bowling strong now for about the last 3-4 years. He's taking on Brendan Guthner of Evergreen. Brendan, a 2-time champion as well. He's a 7-year member. He as well had to take a time off, but that was for physical things, because as a professional motocross rider, Brendan likes to beat himself up, see how many broken bones he can get in 1 year. But they're both healthy and ready to go. Brendan has had Jonathan lead the match. It was his option, and players are shaking hands, and we're going to begin match number 1.
Yep, almost a scratch match. Should be a good one.
Yeah. Well, I know in this pattern, anything's possible.
Anything can happen. This one, I bowled on this. It's grueling.
Yeah. And actually, a couple guys actually said, you know what? I think this was tougher than Red Square, which is what we bowled on last week, and obviously which we're going to bowl on next week at the regional. And the difference is that if you get some guys that are playing basically the same part of the lane on a flat pattern, you can burn a hole in it and you can actually get lined up. There's so many different hits in it. It's so sneaky. There's a definite out of bounds to the right. The lefties had an out of bounds to the left, and the middles want to hook if you don't get the ball out and if you don't stay aggressive. So you had all those things coming into play on this pattern, and the cuts were only in the 30s.
Oh, yeah. Got a lot of reverse oil on it, so I bowled on it. I would describe it as the oil moves around a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it just goes from place to place, and you can throw a great shot, and you can stand in the same place the next ball and miss by 8 boards.
Yes, you're going to – well, you're exaggerating. But, yes, you are correct, though. You can repeat shots, but you won't get the same result. That's what makes this so difficult. So, again, spare making, closing frames is a premium. The cuts were low. We expected that as well. And actually, our tournament leader really shot well, as it turned out, she was she lapped, well, not lapped the field, but our second place finisher was 15 pins behind her, and then third place was 25 behind her. And it was actually, as it came down, fairly rhythmical as far as what the scores were. But for the first 2 games, Ruthie was far and away the leader. She could coast it in.
Yep, and she had a great second game.
Yeah, no doubt.
She just killed it. She had a 5-bagger.
Yeah.
All right, so tie game so far.
Yep.
Scratch.
And, here's the thing. Jonathan's a straighter player. Brendan, although he's a two-hander, he likes to play up and in. Steven Dudek is up and in. Tyler probably, again, he a little bit more rev rate, but he likes to not swing the ball as much. So everybody here is pretty much a straight player. And then Ruthie, of course, the only lefty. Basically, she's just got to – she gets lined up, she's there for days, especially when here you don't move, whereas the top 8, you're moving pairs. She gets lined up here, well, the one game, see ya.
Yeah, and only one of 2 women in the semifinals.
Yes. Yeah, her and Laura Corus making her first appearance in the semifinals. Oh, no, and that's not true. You also had Carla Short, who came up from Colorado Springs. So I think we had 3. Yes.
Yep, my mistake.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to miss Carla. But good to see her and Judy back. And unfortunately, Judy lost her husband. He was in hospice care for a while. But she's back, and she's ready to get back into the groove. And like Carla said, I got my driver back, so now I'm ready to go. So it was good to see both ladies again. But sorry to hear about Judy Sturm's husband.
All right.
In fact, both ladies lost, and Carla lost her husband about a year ago. So
it's terrible.
Yeah. So now they're thinking, Carla's seriously thinking about moving to Vegas for a number of reasons. One, Annie's there, Ann McGee.
Yep.
A good bowling pal of hers. If she wants to bowl, that's the place to live. As you know, there's always something going on.
Giving it serious thought.
Sure. Well, by the time you get your house done, it's going to be
ball.
worth about $4.5 million.
I wish that were true.
Well, no lie. Then the grin would never leave you. Although, honestly, Gabe, I've seen the pictures of what you and Ruthie have done to the house. It looks fantic. It really
thank
does.
You. We're almost there.
And you're almost there, which is, I think I'm going to hear this large scream in a week maybe, and I'm going to know that you're done. Finally done.
We're not done. It just means we're on to, there's a lot of landscaping to do, and
yeah, right.
It never ends.
Well, that is true, but it's nice when you can walk through the door and it's done. That doesn't mean, I got clothes over here, I got this over here, I got to put this away. But yeah, it's done. And then, okay, inside's done, and now I can take my time and, if I got to landscape, I got to do this, I got to do that. That's fine. That's no biggie. But now I got a bathroom. Now I got a bedroom. Now
we haven't had a kitchen for 2 months, so
exactly.
we've been like eating out of a microwave and a coffee pot.
Aren't you lucky?
Yeah. All right, everybody's still clean so far,
which is awesome. Yep. And again, folks, we failed to mention this is Alcatraz. This is a 38-foot, another Kegel flex pattern, and very deceptive. It is sneaky.
Yep, and if you look at the graph, it's like, it's just kind of a modified house thing. It'll be fine. It's not anything like that.
It's still your turn. Nasty. Next week's our big $10,000 first place spring regional. The big kahuna, Myron Mitchell, will be coming into town. It'll be Myron's first trip away from home since, unfortunately, he had that heart attack in February. But he's doing well. Looking forward to seeing him again.
Still surprised that Julie lets him travel alone.
Healthy
or not.
I don't disagree with you. I'm not crazy about him coming over here. It's an 8-hour drive, and it's still technically, it's spring, but you know what? Not in the mountains. Although the weather looks great this coming weeks when he wants to get here sometime Thursday, early Thursday evening. So if he leaves 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, he'll be fine. Doesn't look like there's going to be any weather issues to speak of. So,
well, based on our first few frames here, this is going to be a tight match all the way.
Sure. And again, only a 2-pin difference to start. Right now, what is there about? Looks like Brendan's down 4 or 6. So basically, you're looking at count.
All about pin count now.
Yeah, exactly. So winter leagues are winding down, folks. Don't forget the summer leagues have either just about started or getting ready to start. Ladies State Tournament in Colorado has 2 more weekends. Men's State in Colorado Springs, and I think they go to the 3rd week of May. I might be wrong, but they're always a little bit longer. But it is tournament time.
And of course,
don't pack your equipment in the closet and don't pick it up again until August. You want to stay sharp, stay fresh.
And of course, Nationals is going on in Vegas till
second week of July. Second week of July. And then that's where we'll be right after that's over. Our Summer Nationals will be at South Point, at the Bowling Plaza at South Point.
Yep, got our first Open.
We're gonna help run that Filipino-American team tournament that Bill Cobble has put together down in Southern California, and then, we're also going to run a $10,000 first place singles to go along with it. But I think the team is going to be a lot of fun. I really do. They've completely booked Saturday already. So I believe he still has Friday and Sunday. But, you can't beat that. And it's wide open, man. Anybody can bowl, which is great. So that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and isn't there a scratch portion to the summer or not?
I don't know. I know there was the little regional at Southern California around a couple weeks ago at Samstown. They had some kind of scratch offshoot, and one of our master players, Brendan Knowles, out of Westminster, won. I think it was like $3,000 or something, which was awesome. So he was bowling, USBC Nationals, and put a couple of his boys together and went over there and decided to bowl the scratch event, and he wound up winning it.
Yeah, we still got a close match. Both players opening up in the 4th frame.
Yeah, if Mama Ruth gets lined up, this is going to be
Yeah, that
the
would
third
be okay
being
with
the only
me.
one on being the only one on the left
And
side.
I can pay for 2 days of construction if she wins. So.
Now, being of Italian descent, you know that we could work a deal with somebody, I'm sure, But again, it's
like
cool.
I said,
It's
I
cool
watched
that
The
you're.
Godfather yesterday.
Yeah. It's cool that you got to a point where now the light's at the end of the tunnel. I mean, you're right there, so just about done, which is awesome. As far as the house inside the house goes. All right, Jonathan Gilroy with that 10-pin. Both bowlers are one open. And this is what I expect in all 4 matches, to be perfectly honest with you, Gabe. It's
like you said earlier, spares are at a premium. I mean, it's hard to strike.
Yeah.
And it's hard to strike twice.
Yeah. And get away with 1, 2. What are you, nuts?
The only thing that really struck me about watching The Godfather yesterday is that 47 years old.
Yeah, the original?
The original.
1972?
Yep.
Yep.
And I saw it in the theater when I was
so did
just
I.
a teenager.
I was a senior in high school, and I went to school with a lot of first-generation Italians. So I had 2 buddies of mine, Blaze Chiarello, Blaze if you're out there listening, and Ralph Sica, who now lives in Florida, Raffaella Luigi Fausta Sica. I'll never forget that name.
Yeah, forget about it.
So we're in there, we're watching a movie, and, of course, they're in the Meadowlands. They're getting ready to off the chauffeur, right? And, of course, you saw them. They said something. They start laughing. The guy rolls the window down. These 2 guys they are hysterical. And I'm going, okay, what did I miss? And I go, the guy said in Italian, roll down the window, I just farted. And now the 3 of us are just hysterical. Everybody else in the movie theater has no clue what's going on. And tears are running down my eyes. It was great. So I had my own translation service going on with the original Godfather at the movies.
That would have been handy.
Oh, yeah, it was cool.
Unfortunately, they dubbed Apollonia's stuff so you'd see what she was saying. But not all of it.
Go ahead.
It's only 1 hand up. I'm kind of surprised.
The wild part was, and you hear all this little stuff, with Francis Ford Coppola, his wife's or his daughter, the Michael Frizzi, was that his name?
Yes.
That was her, as a baby, Sofia Coppola in 1972. At the baptism, which I thought was unbelievable, and then she winds up being in Godfather 3.
I think so, yeah.
Where she's killed on the steps. But yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah. All good films.
Yeah, I like them. Well, of course we're going to like them. Frame number 6 for Jonathan. Pulled it a little bit, leaves a 3-9.
Another critical spare.
Yep.
Tough one.
Yeah, double wood on this stuff is just brutal.
Very speed-sensitive pattern. The
absolutely.
people that have actually a lower ball speed are having better luck on it than the people with a lot of revs.
Yeah.
Because it just
Because
picks
again,
up
if
and
it
turns.
skates just a little bit, all kinds of weirdness happens. It's going to be
Good
pretty
shot.
close. Ooh, couldn't get the ball to finish. All right, so Jonathan's open in 7th or 6th? 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
All right, looks like a better shot.
Beautiful. Oh, couldn't get the 10 out. I liked it.
Good shot, though.
Yeah, it came off his hand nice and clean. Looked good. Typical Easter Sunday in a bowling center. The weather's decent outside now. The little rain that we had is gone. So the sun's out. And other than us, there's probably 7 people in a 48-lane bowling center. Not unusual. All right, good spare by Jonathan. Now, if it was raining, they'd be on a waiting list, begging us to give up more lanes because they're packed, and that's just how it goes.
Hoagie says hi and can't wait to get here Friday.
Now, remind Poggy that, he can't bowl because he never bowled a tournament, but he's going to be like our super guest commentator when he gets out here.
So what are the rules for the regional this weekend, Nick? Do you have to have any games in?
No.
Or
The only restriction is as far as what the price is. Gold members obviously get $25 off the squad. If you bowled more than 10 tournaments but less than 20 from last Memorial Day through the end of this March, you get another 25 off. And if you bowl 20 or more, you get another 25 off. So if you're gold and bowl 20 or more tournaments, it only costs you $100 for a shot at 10 grand.
That's not bad.
No, $15 for side pots if you want them, 5 a game. The sweepers are in play. Best 2 games out of the
Sweepers
three.
are by day or for the full weekend?
No. All the qualifying, just like I do it. It's all the qualifying squads.
And you're using the Denver averages?
Yes, I'm using the Denver averages. People coming in from out of our area will use their national average. Or the big kahuna and myself will discuss that, since we know just about everybody rather well since running national events for the last 15 years, whatever, maybe longer. Sit. All right, out of trouble.
All right, safe.
Okay. But, yeah, it's going to be great. We'll easily do 500 entries. And I'm trying to tell our local guys, if it's me, if I'm, being a bowler, I'm looking at the way it's set up. It's block qualifying. 3 squads, there's a cut. So you got 3 squads. Friday night, there's a cut. Saturday, 3 squads, a cut. Saturday night, 3 squads, cut. Sunday morning, 2 squads, 1 cut for both squads. I'm going to bowl Friday night for a number of reasons. Number one, the traffic around the upper end of I-25 north of Denver is stupid. There's not going to be a lot of people that are actually going to be able to get there at 6 o'clock. Side pots are guaranteed at 100 a game, every squad. And the odds of you making it off of the first 3 squads, I think that's going to be the lowest cut score out of the 4 blocks. So if it's me, I'm there.
Yeah, if it's typical, the big wigs will show up on
whatever.
Maybe Saturday night.
Whatever.
Maybe Sunday morning.
Nice shot.
Jonathan comes right back.
Yeah. Now there are a couple guys that are bowling nationals this coming week, and will be getting back into town in time to bowl, which is good. A lot of them are, I think they're Thursday, Friday, the guys that I know. So, they'll be back either Friday night, Saturday morning early or whatever, and then they'll have Sunday if they don't want to bowl Saturday night. But you're right. You'll see it as it gets toward the end. The numbers are just going to get crazy. Go ahead. Oh, yep. These are 5. Okay. That double would have been really nice. Let's see. Brendan's got 119 in the 7th with a spare in the 8th. And Jonathan, 115.
Yep. It's almost a tie game with handicap. If he picks this up, they're going to be a 1-pin game.
Yeah. We're not going to mention that ugly word. And it's not Scungili either. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay, makes the spare.
All right.
Yeah, this is close. Oof. Which we expected. Like we're saying, close frames. Avoid the craziness, and you're pretty good shape. Give yourself a chance.
I like it this way, though. I mean,
I do too.
I think that matches for this kind of money should be on tough things. I don't think it should be a strike fest.
No, I disagree, because it does not even the playing field.
Yeah,
because the handicap difference is not enough to offset the area that a high rev player will generate on an easier pattern. Oh man, what a bad break!
Terrible
break. Great shot. But believe it or not, the higher average players like this as well, because in their mind they're not going to get out handicapped, and their experience is going to allow them to grind and make it.
Yes.
So the schools of thought are and I agree with that. If it's me, that's what I want to. I don't want to shoot at 120 plus overcut. Number one, okay, it's going to be a carry contest. That's fine. But what if I don't have the right ball in my hand, or if I can't get the right shape?
Yeah, or I can't throw 18 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, or more. But yeah, I want to get down to the fact that I'm going to see the transition. I'm going to make the move faster. That's going to be my advantage, and that's going to get me in. So I understand where they're coming from as far as that, and I like that. Side-to-side shots are relatively as tough on either side. Oh, beautiful.
Great shot.
Kind of little low pocket, but he threw a good ball. He's going to end up shooting 160 and change scratch if he converts.
Yeah, not over yet.
True. But I like Jonathan Gilroy's chances right now. See if we can. Looks pretty good.
Good spare.
Excellent shot. All right. Yeah, it cracks me up at, Brandon years ago being a professional motocross racer. I mean, I think he told me that initially he broke his back in 4 places. His therapy, believe it or not, was bowling.
Huh.
He'd never bowled in his life. What you see right now, this two-handed thing, that's the only way that he could actually bowl, getting some, exercise, rhythm, or whatever. And he joined a summer league. I'll never forget it. It was either Green Mountain or Zone Wheat Ridge back in the day. And he just got into it. His therapist was happy. He was feeling much better, and the rest of his history. I mean, he just got into it. And this is not as dangerous.
No. He did force Jonathan to mark, though, so we'll see what happens here.
And, good mix, bad break, 5-7. Again, most of the time, 2 boards with your feet to the left, same strike line, depending on what the pattern's telling you.
Yeah,
and give it your best shot.
I do 5 with my ball speed. It's 5 boards.
All right.
This is going to be close. Yeah, he has to have it. Gets 1, he's going to lose by a pin.
Look at this.
Ooh! Oh, so close.
And
1 pin match.
Wow. 195, 194. Brendan Guthner survives, and we're not surprised because, like I said, you're going to see this all afternoon, folks. So Jonathan Gilroy, unfortunately, with that bad break, he's going to go home in 5th place. But with 5% of the Megapod, he's going to take home $417. So not bad at all. So when we come back and get everything set up, our third-seeded player, or the gentleman in the top 5 with the most titles, Steve Dudek out of Commerce City. He's a 16-time Master champion. He's going to be taking on Brendan Guthner here in match number 2. So when we come back, we'll show that to you. Again, we're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at AMF Bellevue Lanes in Inglewood, just south of Denver. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorsa, Gabe Lucetta. We're here at AMF Bellevue Lanes in Inglewood for our stair-step finals match today with a possible $2,736 champion. Our top 2 seeded players are non-champions, so this will be pretty interesting. In this match right here, we have Brendan Guthner of Evergreen. He was our match 1 winner, a 2-time champion now. He's going up against Steve Dudek of Commerce City. Steve's been with the ABT since the Masters division started in 1995. So a 24-year member. He's won 16 titles, but it's been 2 years since his last one, and that was Coal Creek Lanes in Lafayette, which we were at last week. So Steve is elected to lead the match, a 6-pin difference. Go ahead and shake hands, guys, and here we go.
All right, and we're off. I predict it'll be another close match.
I like the way you really just go to the extreme.
Maybe there'll be a tie.
Shut up. I used to like you. Stepniak's at home watching like, yeah. Maybe. A little light, 245.
Kind of unusual to see Steve that far left.
I agree.
Style all his own.
Well, we lovingly call him Air Dudek because he likes to loft the ball just a little bit. Yeah. But you know what?
A lot of advantages to that. There's no oil underneath the air.
Yeah. So far. But I've known Steve ever since when I first moved here in '85, working for Brunswick. I mean, I bowled the Heatheridge Classic over at Heatheridge Lanes in Aurora, and Steve was there, and that was pretty much what I said. I said, that's a different style. But he's been that way as long as I can remember, and it works for him.
Nice shot.
Now, that probably wasn't quite as good as the 490 left, but both shots were excellent. But, he got a bad break, thought he deserved better. And, of course, Jonathan Gilroy comes up, and all he has to do is mark, and he leaves a 5-7. So, unfortunately, it averaged out, but unfortunate that's a one-pin defeat. They're killers. They really are.
You know what I miss, Nick, is going to some of the bigger tournaments with ABT and, having the Bowl of Directors night, or maybe having some of the...
I wouldn't mind it. The thing that was sick, the one time they were going to have a Directors Challenge, okay? We were at Samstown. We had to use house balls, which is no big deal.
Uh-huh.
But, when do they decide they're going to do this? They're going to do it... high, leaves a 4-7. They're going to do it after the championship set of matches is over. Now,
no, that's not going to work.
I've been on my feet for probably 80 hours in the last 4 days. And you know as well as I do, if you don't have legs, you can't bowl.
Right.
I got no shot. And Myron looks at me and goes, well, you going to bowl? I said, are you out of your mind? I can barely walk right now. But no, I think it would be cool. I really do. In the right time
those
frame.
were kind of fun. We did
the cool part was, if you remember,
we'd have
you remember Fagan getting all dressed up, and I thought that was hysterical, actually. Of course, some of the people that were watching were thinking that it was Mike Fagan, the pro, not Mike Fagan, at the time, Chicagoland ABT director. Nice. There we go. But that was fun. It was fun.
I liked all that stuff. They had all the little side things going on all week, and doubles and little team things and bowl of directors. And once in a while we'd have a few pros there, and they'd bowl with us just to bowl. And I remember some of those, like Pete Weber bowled with us once, and he looked at Ruth and I. We were both there. He goes, you guys bowl on this stuff all the time?
Pete said the exact same thing to me, because it was right before, I believe, I want to say it was right before the U.S. Open, because, his older brother Rich is his mentor, his coach and stuff. And he looked at me the same way, and he went, you guys bowling this stuff all the time? And I went, yeah. And he goes, I got to go home and practice.
Yeah?
And he literally called Richard, and he says, I'm going home to St. Louis. Meet me there. We need to practice. And he made the U.S. Open cut. I think he finished 8th or whatever. But he knew right away that on a pattern like this, if anything is wrong with his release, his timing, he's going to see it.
Well,
and he knew he was in trouble.
Plus, it's a lot different bowling.
Yeah.
PBA tournaments.
Of course.
Great shot. PBA tournaments where they all kind of bowl the same lines.
They do. They
burn
a hole in it
speed,
and go.
We're here at ABT, and there's a lot of different styles.
Of course. Which makes it tougher for those guys, no doubt about it.
Makes it tougher for us guys, too.
But it showed him that he didn't have his A game. His timing wasn't right. Release wasn't quite right. Yeah. And he knew if he was going to do anything, at the U.S. Open, he needed to go home, practice, and get fixed, which obviously I guess Richard did for him, which was awesome.
Yep, and I've met his brother John at some of the senior events. He runs a lot of the senior masters and the senior U.S. Open. Well,
yeah, but he's a kick. The thing that cracked me up, though, is, you had him, you had, of course, Randy Peterson, you had Del Ballard, and you had Liz Johnson. And Liz tore them a new you-know-what.
She's tough.
Oh, please. Oh, flags of 4. But the killer one, that was where we had the team thing, where the pros were the team captains, and we did that bowl with the pro type of thing. So based on what kind of handicap you had, it was funny. Remember, we had all the guys out there, and they had a sign with how much handicap they got, and they tried to even out the teams. And Liz.
A pseudo draft.
Oh, please. And here's the killer. I mean, Dell, I don't think Dell shot 200 the whole week he was there. And Petey might have had one or two. Randy, they all struggled.
Yeah.
Liz, in the 3 games, goes front 7, front 7, front 8. Hello. See ya. Have a nice day. Fun to watch. Great lady. Great bowler.
Well, she's indicative of all the good stuff that's going on with the PWBA right now. I mean, I actually like to watch them more than I watch the PBA because they're more fun to watch. They're very precise,
yes.
and they know what they're doing.
And you know what? And I'll
oh,
nice
yeah.
shot.
Picks
Makes a
up
1,
the
2, 4, 10. Yep. Well, it's like women's collegiate basketball as opposed to men's collegiate basketball. If I have my choice, where am I going to watch? I'm going to watch the women. You know why? Because their passing is better. I think they're better shooters,
yeah.
more of team-oriented. And I like watching it. I really do. But the gals are funny. And, you know, it's almost some of them, you know, especially depending on who is teaching them collegiately, they all kind of in their own way are robotic, but they look like they were all taught by the same guy. They do the same thing.
You can kind of tell what school they came from just by watching them.
It's like over and over and over again. The repetition's incredible.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I like watching them. It's a lot easier for me to learn from that.
Nice shot. Oh, there's a double. First one of the match. Well, actually,
nope.
Steven had done in the second and third. So other than Brendan's open, he's pretty much got back in the match, because he had 6 pins to play with. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, trying to remember the gal in L.A. that really tried to bring the women back, Paula Vidal.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Carol Jones was instrumental in trying to bring some of the girls back. Sharon Powers goes out and bowls that gold pin ladies thing every year.
Yeah.
The girls do get together, and they're still trying to get some sponsors. I don't know exactly how they're doing there, but I miss watching the ladies on TV. I really do.
Turkey.
Oh, boy.
Well, they'll be back soon, and
Hopefully.
my only sadness is they never seem to come through Denver, and I know that we could find somebody to host them for a weekend.
I would think so.
Go to Greeley. I mean, it'd be a perfect place
for
it.
Pick up the phone and, call Don and Carol Langstapp at Centennial.
Yeah.
I mean, the proprietors love to have you. Hell, even Colt Creek. Chris Muska would love to have you. So, don't blow us off, folks. Denver is still a bowling town, and we do love and support the professional end of our tour. Just like the great showing we get here with the Amateur Bowlers Tour on a weekly basis. League bowlers want to learn how to play the tougher stuff. No doubt about it. Will it finish? Yep. Ooh, just a little
close.
low, 10 pin.
Any hopes for the ABT Summer League coming back anytime? No.
No. Unfortunately, my schedule has gotten just too busy right now.
So if people want to bowl on Sport Shots, I think the only option in town is the PBA Experience at Holiday on Tuesdays.
Or, no, I won't even see the shootouts because they're house shots.
The shootout's a house shot.
Yeah.
But it's a good tournament.
We could get to a point
tournament.
is even if I cannot I physically be there, there's enough of you guys there, plus enough of the mechanics and stuff that laymen that know what's going on, that we could do that. Yes, there's and I like the fact that when we did it, you bowled on the shot. We're going to be on the following week.
Yeah.
You get if you have the high series with handicap, you get a free entry. I like that. We need some, reward, instant gratification in a league end, and then go ahead and take it into the tournament and let's see if that really helped you. And actually, for a couple people, it did. And the one that comes to mind was Ramon Bates.
Yeah.
Ramon was really struggling there for a while, and he got into that and, won a couple spots, and he winds up winning like 2 tournaments out of 13 in the summer. I went, that was a pretty good idea, Ramon, but I was sticking around. But, yeah, we need to do that again.
Critical 10
It's
pin
going to
here.
hold.
Yep.
Yeah. He's very confident on his corners. He really is. What do we got here? We got 127 in the sixth with a spare. 125 in the
sixth with a spare. So Brendan's got a slight lead.
Yeah, very slight. And again, count on every first ball. Critical when it's this close.
Yeah. Steve used my trademark. That's what I do. I'll get a double, and then I'll throw a 6 count and lose all sorts of pins. Ooh, another 10 pin. A little frustrated, but he's still throwing a good shot.
Both bowlers have, looks like the ball set up just a little bit low on the on lane 5 there, leaving them 10s. But I hope for those of you out there watching that your Easter Sunday was fun. Hopefully the weather was good in most of the parts of the country. Spend time with your family, do the old Easter egg hunts, and pig out on all the chocolate. Because I know you never do that. Uh-oh, that's trouble. Oof. Ooh, he faked me out. I thought that was going right in the ditch.
I did too.
Wow. Yeah, I was surprised.
All right, see what Steve can do here and getting set up for the end of this.
Now, see, the thing that I used to like back on the East Coast was, especially on an Easter Sunday, we'd run 10 or 20 gamers. We'd start at like 8 o'clock in the morning and bowl, and we get done by about maybe 2, just in time for dinner. We used to do it. Thanksgiving was the biggest one.
Yeah.
Good shot. But they were a lot of fun. They really were.
All right.
And the cool part was back then, even though the guys were out of it, like after 6 or 7 games, they know they got no shot. They didn't leave. They wanted to, get their game fixed or try to make a showing or do whatever. Because, you had side pots every game. There's always stuff going on. So there was always something to win. Even, if you're really struggling 6 through 10, if it was a 10-gamer. Which was fun. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time with that.
Yeah, you hardly hear about those anymore. They still do them. The scratch guys out in Vegas do it pretty regularly.
Yeah, of course. It's old school has descended upon Vegas, and guess what? Yeah, we still do that stuff.
Yeah. Ron
It's
Moore
fun.
calls up his Rolodex and, hey,
Exactly.
boys, come on over.
Yeah. Or they call up Maniac and go, hey, you got room for us? This is what we want to do. All right, come on over.
Yep.
Where are we going to be? We're going to be at the stadium. We're going to be in the bowling center.
Critical shot here for Brendan.
Sit.
All right.
Wow.
Still safe.
High, but, leave 6-10.
Close match. I think they're now 6 points apart, 6 pins.
Wow. Yeah, they're tied. If he makes this 6-10, their scratch match is tie, but with the 6-pin advantage that Brendan gets, that's his lead going into the 10th, and he will finish first. Steve's on a strike in a 9th. That's huge. Regardless of what Brendan does, he can't lock Steve out. Not with that strike in a 9th. So it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds.
All right, big 10th frame coming up. It's forced Steve to double at this point, so if he just stays clean.
Or get the first one,
Yeah.
He definitely needs a double here, though, to give himself any kind of chance. Okay, so Brendan.
Pretty good shot.
10th. And, I thought he was going to kick the 4-pin forward. I honestly did. Because I figured he went pretty good. Left goes 10-pin, 10-pin. And that one was a little high, and I thought he was going to kick the 4-pin forward. But
yeah, now he missed this earlier, so I think he'll
think
about it a little more.
Yeah. So he can go spare strike for like 2-0 with handicap. Basically, all it does is force Steve to close to 10th. Does not have to get the first one. I don't believe. No, I take that back.
I think he still has the double.
Yeah,
he has to get
because of the advantage by Brandon on the handicap. Excellent.
All right.
Okay. If he fills at least 7 here, he's going to force Steve to throw the first one. This is going to be another close one, Gabe. As we predicted. Have we heard from the pokester? Who's he picked the click-wise? Did he tell you who he liked? And don't say the Easter Bunny. He has a hard time not wrapping the ball around his butt. That tail gets in the way, makes it tough.
All right, good
Sit.
shot.
Excellent. Very good.
All right.
All right, so
Steve
203.
definitely has to have the first one
Yes.
in order to have any chance
Yep,
here.
yep. Wow, good matches.
I'm sure he's quite aware of it.
Good matches. Let's see what he can do.
You forgot to tell them the field. They're not sure.
Oh, yeah, okay, duh. Ooh, big break, but it's still not enough.
Nope.
So
Yeah,
Brendan
this one's
Guthner
over.
survives again. Steve Dudek's going to go home in fourth place. With 5% of the Megapod, he's going to take home $396. No, I take that back. $442. All right, that's a moot point. He had no shot at advancing. All right, so Steve Dudek is a fourth place finisher. Now, Brendan Guthner, he moves up to take on our second seed at bowler. And non-champion Tyler Bryan out of Colorado Springs. And we'll come back for that. You'll see match number 3 in just a moment. Again, you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at AMF Bellevue in Inglewood, and we'll be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Nick Lasorsa, Gabe Lucetta. We are here at AMF Bellevue Lanes, Inglewood, Colorado. This is our semifinal match in our stair-step finals event. Our fourth seeded player, Brendan Guthner, so far has won 2 matches. He's now going up against our second seed, Tyler Bryan out of Colorado Springs. And right now, Tyler's best finish in his 7 years with us has been 4th place, Gabe. So he's already got that beat.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing. Looking for title number 1, obviously, and Brendan looking for title number 3. There is a 1-pin difference in Brendan Guthner's favor. Tyler has elected to lead the match, so they're going to shake hands and best of luck. If the first 2 matches are any indication, this is going to be just as close and
It will be.
just as stressful. Third place today, so whoever loses this match is going to take home $734 with 10% of the Megapod. So a nice weekend already. And then whoever wins is guaranteed no less than $1,368. We only had one bowler in all weekend not get into Megapod, and he did not, although he made the semis, did not advance into the finals. So big money for all our players today. Ooh, nice. He's got a great look on this lane.
He does.
The only thing I am surprised is that he did not elect to finish on that lane.
Well,
His mindset, though, is let me get a lead. Let me have him try to come catch me. So
I think both.
I like that.
Both can be valid.
Yes, absolutely. And it depends on your mindset. And he's very, very good with what he's got on lane 5. So that's what he's going with. See if Brendan can respond here. Again, 1-pin difference to Brendan's favor. That looks pretty good. Ooh!
Double messenger.
Goes from a 7-10 to a strike. I like that.
So
That's
next
awesome.
week, Nick,
Yeah,
is that
this-
going to be a step ladder, or is
No,
it
it's going to be Survivor Finals.
Survivor Finals.
Yeah. 25% of the semi-field will go to the Survivor Finals, and then basically just have to you throw one game at a time, and all you have to do is beat half of the field until we get down to the top 4.
I really like that format.
I love it. I really do.
I always think the step ladder is a little unfair, even in the pro world. You sit around for an
Yes,
hour, the lanes
I
get
agree.
torn up, and
Sure.
then you have to figure it out in 2 balls
Yep.
and try to beat somebody.
Yeah.
And
The only difference there is you're guaranteed money's higher,
exactly.
of course. But you're right. It can be tough. I really enjoy the Survivor Finals. Ooh, right to the face. 6, 7, 10. Yeah, that's cool. And then what we try to do is get down to 8, depending, like we were explaining to in our semi-mini today. If we have 80 semifinalists, you're going to have 20 bowlers go to the Survivor Finals. And we'll probably go 20 to 16, 16 to 8, 8 to 4, and then those 4 bowlers will.
they'll bowl 2 matches
both-
for the final, right?
Correct. Two games with handicap on the same pair. And then basically first, second, third, fourth total pins. We There's a possibility of ties, of course. They would just split the money and co-champions, rock and roll. Or if they tie for third or whatever, tie for second, we'll split the money evenly.
He's going with Brendan.
Pardon me?
Hoagie went with Brendan.
Pogge went with Brendan, that sneaky little dog, because he's won 2 very close matches. Well, and I'm going to, I don't want my partner to have to pick. Ooh, look at this. Have to pick his favorite.
I'm prejudiced.
Yeah, you think? But I am the same. I said that I believe that we're going to have a new champion today no matter what. So it's either going to be Tyler Bryan or it's going to be Ruth Keck. And Ruth is so overdue that I'm going with Ruthie. I love picking underdogs. Not that Ruthie's an underdog. It's just that she's been there so many times.
Yep. And she
I
think
works
her highest
on her
finished
game
is
second.
Yep.
She works so hard. Her day is coming, and I think today's going to be that day.
Yeah, and for her to be out here and compete with all these guys and be 61 years old, I might add, and be a woman against all these guys is pretty admirable.
Not only that, but she's the only lefty.
That too.
But that being said, you still have to execute. You got to get lucky on this stuff. You got to close frames, and she's been doing that. So I hate to disagree with you, Pogge, but I don't know. Although Brendan has bowled, the matches have been close. I just don't see it happening today. I like Ruthie's chances.
Can you give it a shot?
Come on. Oh!
So
he actually
close.
threw it in front of the 10. What a great try. Brutal. Just brutal. So
Yeah, Ruth's trick all day
Brendan
was
said
she threw a few good strikes, but she also was fortunate enough to throw things she could pick up.
Yeah, of course.
And you see what's already happened here. People with revs and speed, it can be really tricky on this pattern.
So Brendan with a mark can get right back in it after his split in frame 2. Sit. Little fast. Comes up light but leaves the 2-4. Well,
I doubt
Brendan's asking me, is that the speed? What I used to tell the bowlers as we got to these, when they were coming out with ball speed and all that stuff, I said, don't go by what you have to do. It's pretty much by bowling center. So say, for example, if your ball speed is like 21 at Holiday, don't expect 21 at Bellevue or 21 at Arapahoe or whatever.
Yeah, plus
but
it's the
whatever,
ball speed at the camera, so
yes,
it's not really
correct.
your ball speed.
But it's the consistency wherever you happen to be. So maybe 18's your number here as opposed to 21 at Holiday or whatever. Be consistent.
21, that's just a dream in my world.
Sit. Nope, it's going to hook. Ooh. He got the 9 out, so he left 3, 6, 10. If he left the 9, that would have been a very difficult spare on this pattern. Okay, it's 7 count on a spare. He's got 45 in the third, and Tyler with 46. So, again, you can't get any closer than that. So make the spare, Brandon.
Oh,
Gave it room.
maybe?
I think he's all right.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
he's fine. All right, so Brendan Guthner converts his spare in frame number 4. And we have a tie match through 3. And right now you'll see Tyler Bryan again step up. Tyler was funny. He, the one national event, I believe it was last fall, where we had that early bird tournament where you won $1,000. Tyler won it, had no clue. He had absolutely no clue. I said, "Oh, by the way, congratulations." What? I said, "You won $1,000." No way. I mean, he made his whole weekend. It was great. Come on, there we go. Why not? All right, good shot.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting when Ruth gets up here. You know, she's playing not only left-handed, but she's playing the outside of the lane.
Yes.
Not down the middle.
No.
And I saw a few right-handers have some success with that today. This
Playing deep or playing outside?
Playing outside. But you have to have the right ball in your hand and have it.
Right ball speed.
Got to kind of let it roll in.
Yes, correct.
Can't be fast.
Yeah. You can't go. They had a very difficult time moving in and sending the ball right. There was such an incredible out of bounds. If the ball got out there, it would hit that stream and just leak and squirt to the right. They were in serious trouble. The guys that moved all the way right, and I don't want to say they pointed it, but they stayed under the ball and pretty much let me just get to the pocket and let me take my chances that way. And there were some guys that did very well with that.
Yep. I wasn't one of them.
No.
I couldn't find anything.
And, Noah Gallegos, of course, threw the ball well, but got no reward. Isaac Rose threw the ball well and just missed. He finished sixth. He easily could have made this with a break, one break, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so frame number 6. I take it back. Frame number 5 for Brendan.
Sends it
Gave it room. He's a little late. He leaves the 5-8. Again, easy, makeable spares. Good count and go, go, go. Close that frame and move on. So he's only down 2. Not the end of the world, obviously. Good. Yep. No problem. Although he did peek over his shoulder. Just in case. But no problems. So one open, one split each. Neither bowler's been able to double yet. And only one strike. No. Tyler has 2. And Brandon only has 1 strike so far halfway through our semifinal match. And next week is our $10,000 first place spring regional at AMF Northglenn. The following week we're back at Arapahoe Bowl, Greenwood Village.
Oh, that's a little high.
Yep. And I thought he was going to. He almost kicked it out late. Leaves a 6. And with a lot of our members, they're going to go into Arapahoe. And the last time we were there, it was 32 lanes. Now it's 40 again.
Yeah.
When Arapahoe opened in 85, I believe, it was a 40-lane center. And then he took 8 of the lanes out because he couldn't fill them. And figured, let's make some more incremental revenue. Let me put in a game room and small ball, which I thought was a neat idea. But now
the place is overflowing.
With the economy on the south side of the town, he's wall to wall. So he decided him and Tyson, Fred Gensch, the owner, Tyson Lundquist, general manager.
Kind of a general trend with all of the independent houses right now.
Well,
Holiday is full morning, noon, and night.
Well, there's various reasons for that, which we won't get into because we don't have the time right now. But if you're a proprietor, now is the time to put money back into your business, get it upgraded, and do what you do best. I'll just leave it at that. And from what I hear, Derek is doing that at Holiday. Obviously, Fred Gensch at Arapahoe has done that. Centennial's at Dollhouse. Highland Park's at Dollhouse. We have new owners at Sweetheart Lanes in Loveland.
Yep, and of course there's Greeley, beautiful house up there, independently owned.
Yes. So there are proprietors doing the job. Finish. And of course, you go down south, you have Kingpin with Carol Doan, just always a great league house, great tournament house. And then, of course, there are newer venues that cater to the corporate party world and the open play, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your thing, that's cool. The Summit Group has done well. They have the one in the Springs, they have the one in Windsor, and just recently opened up the one at 144th and I-25, and they have a system that they think works, and so far you can't argue it. But at least they're doing the package. I mean, Monday through Thursday still at their league base, and then but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, here we go. And it's not tournaments; it's just open bowling parties, and they're doing good. They're marketing the product correctly. They're doing well.
Well, it would appear the oil has moved around again on 5 and 6.
Imagine that.
Both people are leaking right now.
Yep. Tyler Bryan, 103 in the 6th with a spare. And Brendan Guthrie, 91 in the 6th. He needs a spare to hang tough, yeah. Oh, and he chops the 5 off, off to 245. So unfortunately, he's got 100 in the 7th. Has a 6 or 1 pin advantage. Yeah, he's down 20. He needs to get going here.
Yep. Right across 20.
Beautiful
there
shot.
We go.
Beautiful shot. Gives himself a chance. Strikes in the 8th. Got to put something together, though, but that's a good start. Reverse the arrows.
Yeah, something weird happened.
The problem with this is if you don't shut this is the old boss system. If you don't shut this down and bring it back up, and you just say, well, we'll just reverse the arrows, it jacks everything up. You got to be right on top of it. That's not correct. There we go. All right, so frame number 8 for Tyler. Beautiful shot.
Beautiful, nice and loose off his hand.
Excellent shot. So now,
well, Bolero seems to have been going through their houses doing upgrades as well. I mean, I imagine Bellevue's on a list somewhere.
They all are. I know that Weedridge, for example, they've gave him the new lane walker. Lane machine. This has a lane walker. There we go. Big double by
huge double.
Tyler Bryant. So now both bowlers working on strikes, but they got to keep it going.
Yeah, Brendan's going to have to punch here.
Yeah, they did. Well, Littleton is still just about done their remodel. Bar is about 95% done. Bathrooms are completed. They want to upgrade their game room, move their pro shop that used to be in the front of the building down behind lanes 1 and 2, like they did at Monaco. So finish. Light bucket.
Yeah.
He's in trouble.
I think
He's
this
pretty
one's
much
over.
done. Yeah, this one's over.
He might be locked out at this point.
Yeah. Well, let's see. If he makes it, what's he, 2040? Best thing he do is 170 and change. And Tyler's got
already there.
Yeah, he can open in a 10th and be 180. So Brendan Guthner, yep.
Definitely over.
Yep, that's over now. So Brendan Guthner of Evergreen, he's going to go home third place, but with 10% of the Megapod, he's going to take home $734. So that's
it's not a bad weekend.
Great weekend for Brendan. And our 2 non-champions are going to be in a championship match, as I predicted. But now we have to see which one it's going to be.
And let's see, even if he punches 176 with handicap, nope, he just can't get there.
No, he can't get there. Okay, so third place for Brendan Guthner is 250 plus, again, 10% of the Megapod, 484 for a total of 734. Yeah, the best Brendan, yeah, he can shoot a $150, and Tyler, even not marking here in a 10th, is going to be in the 170s. So, now of course, now it starts to fall, but it's too late. And he goes through the 1-2-4-10, shoots 175.
Yeah, he's going to lose
scratch
by 15.
204 with handicap. And the best he's going to do is
186 with handicap.
So
176.
all right, great finish.
Was a great finish.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 3 of our 4 matches are now complete. It sets up an interesting scenario here. Our top 2 seeded players are going to bowl each other. We have Tyler Bryan of Colorado Springs looking for his first title, going up against our tournament leader Ruth Keck of Golden, and Ruth's going up for her first title. So I always like to see new champions. So you're going to see that today, folks. When we come back, you'll see that championship match in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Nick Lasorsa, Gabe Lucetta here at AMF Bellevue Lanes in Inglewood, Colorado for the Amateur Bowlers Tour Denver branch. This is our championship match. It's going to feature 2 non-champions, a 3-year member and a 7-year member, both looking for title number 1. Our second-seeded player, Tyler Bryan out of Colorado Springs, taking on our tournament leader, Ruth Keck of Golden. Ruth has elected to have Tyler lead the match. She's going to have an 18-pin advantage in handicap, and hopefully she won't use it all in the first couple of frames. We'll be ready to go. So bowlers, go ahead and shake hands, and here we go. Or you can hug and do stranger things, but that's okay.
Yeah, my inspiration for Ruth, I told her one way or the other she's buying dinner. So
sweet. Problem is all the restaurants are closed.
There'll be plenty that's open.
If that place that you like to go to right down the street, what is it, Stony Brook?
They closed it too.
Why are you bursting my bubble? But the place we like to go to, of course, it's family, and they're closed today, understandably. So I'll have to find a place to go eat. Beautiful shot.
Tyler
Beautiful
starts
shot.
off with a great strike.
Yep, excellent. Okay. Yeah, good money today because of last week's excellent turnout. Second place today at $1,368, and first place at $2,736. Very, very good. Of course, that pales in comparison to next week, but of course you would expect that. And then, so all this money goes over to the Arapahoe event in 2 weeks. All right, out of trouble. Good shot.
Count.
The Arapahoe Bowl in 2 weeks. First place will be $23.67 and $11.84 for second. And by then, Women's City is just about over as well. I think the men have 2 more weeks after that, and then it's wide open. We get into our summer bonus point contest.
Got your houses picked out for the summer yet?
Yep, all done. Just have to verify them. Got half done, half to go.
Looks like a good spare.
And it was funny. I did Don at Centennial first. I did Cindy at Holiday second because of the And I look a year down the road, and I want to, make sure we get her taken care of because of I have to front load her because of that Sunday afternoon Life After Football League.
Mm-hmm.
So we get her done. I'm at the house. Phone rings. It's Cindy. I got a conflict. How's that possible? I just talked to you. Well, there's a possibility of them getting a PBA regional stop there, so it happened to be the week that we had picked, so we just moved her back a week. But and we'll get Coal Creek situated, and then all the other ones that we're able to just fill in every 6-7 weeks, and we're ready to go. Hold. All right, pulls it a little bit, leaves the 1-2-4.
Well, Ruth's an interesting story. I mean, she came down here 7 years ago, and up until that point, she had never seen a sport pattern in her life and owned
a lot of people
a bowling
didn't
ball.
back then. Yeah, sure.
No, had like a 160 average, and now she bowls sports patterns almost every week. And has
put her
pretty good
time
success.
in. Yeah, she's definitely put her time into her game. There's no doubt about it. Hopefully, she will be rewarded. Roll up. Very good. Not a girl. Okay.
Yep. And she's a very good spare shooter, which is how she makes it this far.
And realistically, and I'm not going to stereotype anybody by any means, but I've always thought that a woman tournament player or a woman league player is, in general, a better spare shooter than your average man. Only because he'll get away with rev rate and opening up a shot, whereas the girls are just going to go, they're just going to grind you to death.
Yep.
You want to beat me? Well, then you're going to have to earn it.
Well, you've seen it over and over. The problem with, high average league players that are men is they don't have to shoot at spares very often.
And that's their
they're
mentality.
not very good at it.
Well, that's their mentality.
Yeah, whatever.
I ain't worried about
I'll make
that.
up for it.
I'll throw another four-bagger.
I'll get a four-bagger and I'll be fine.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
That was a little
Hold.
inside of the others.
I just creeped up on him. Leaves a 6-10.
Okay.
Both bowlers are overdue, but Ruthie more so.
Well, obviously I'm prejudiced, so.
You're allowed. All right. So
right.
double spare for Tyler Bryan right out of the gate. Excellent. And Ruthie with 2 spares out of the gate. Even with that double, she should she'll be up 3 pins with the strike here in frame number 3.
Love hearing the grinding from the back of the house here. Chick, 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 chick.
Actually, it's a metronome for bowlers. It gets you in that.
Well, you don't notice it when everybody's bowling, but when it's quiet like
sure.
this and there's
Yeah, of
only
course.
like 2 people on this entire half, it's really noticeable.
Maybe. Roll up. Oh, yes.
Yes.
She did get it. All right. Very good. 37 in a second.
All right, so
With a
she's still got a
strike.
7-pin lead.
That'll work. Then she can
And
get
she'll-
back to 17 if she can double here.
Yep, she'll just grind away all the way to the end. Trust me on this.
All right. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, I know that you and Ruthie like to bowl at Holiday, and they have one of the, if not the best junior program in the city, one of the top 2 or 3, obviously, and I know that Ruthie has gotten into coaching the kids out there and really enjoys it. Go ahead.
And she doubles.
All right. Pulls it a little bit, but pulled it in the right spot. So
Missed
2
it
spares,
perfectly.
2 strikes, yes. So now Tyler's going, okay. She's going to play that way, huh? All right. 17-pin lead and a double. Tyler's got to start striking again. If he strikes here, he's now 17. Ooh, just a hair high. Good shot. Leaves a 4. So now he needs to convert this spare. It'll be down 18 going into frame number 5. All right, no problem there.
Okay, both bowlers clean through 4.
Yep.
Each have a double.
Yep. Well, kidding aside, folks, I hope those of you watching out there, you've had a great Easter Sunday. I know some parts of the country the weather was not good, but it's always that way. Nobody can have everything.
Another good shot.
Great shot.
Yep.
He does kick the 4-pin this time. Okay, good job. 87 in the 4th with a strike in the 5th. Ruthie, let's see if she can keep that strike train going.
Yeah, she's gotten really good at knowing when and how to adjust, which is been a big advantage. And she got a little lucky in the last shot. Doesn't hurt.
Nothing wrong with that.
It
either.
happens in bowling.
Yep,
so.
sure it does. You can throw a great game and shoot 2-0. And you can what I like to call crop dust. You're spraying the pocket, shoot about 270, and never throw the same ball twice, or hit the same mark twice. But that's part of the game. Frame number 5 for Ruth Keck. Good shot.
Great
Can
ball.
Get the 7 out. Yeah, good ball. Easily could have been. Now let's make the spare and move on.
Well, you're absolutely right about throwing it well. I mean, I threw a clean 191 at no tap yesterday, so I was pretty proud of that.
Yeah, and you pat your back the whole way out, right? I mean, what are you talking about?
Looks good.
Yep, sure does. Oh, it just hooked away at the end. That's all right. What you got? 94 and a 5th. Open. Still in the lead, no matter what. So let's get right back on it, Ruth. She was very confident. Didn't take any time. Just rolled the ball right off her hand. Just hooked away at the last minute. So definitely wasn't forced. It was a good shot.
She won't let it get to her.
Been there, done that type of thing. That looks pretty good. Come on. Come on. Yes, good shot. Well, with any kind of luck, she could have had a 4-bagger, but
Yeah.
got right back on it, threw a good shot, got a strike, setting herself
Still
up
in
for
good
the rest
shape.
of the game. Yeah, sure. Well, let's see if Tyler Bryan can take advantage of that open. He's working on a strike. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Yep. So even with that double, he's only up a few pins. 17 to 23. Yeah, so right now he's up like 5.
And if he strikes here, it'd be
Go to 15.
exactly 5.
Yeah. Really got a nice look on this pair. He's got double, 2 spares, and a double. See if he can extend it. Frame 7.
Another good shot.
Yep, sure is. Played that one just a little bit tighter, but got a great reaction. So double, 2 spares, and a 3-bagger. But Ruth's still in it. No biggie. Just go up and make a shot, get break. We're right back where you were. Get
A
lucky.
little high.
Get out of there. All right. Good shot. That's all right. Collapse the 7-10 out of there. Just leaves yourself the 4-pin. So she'll have 114 in the 6th to Tyler's 147 in the 6th. So he's up 30 with the 18. He's up a mark. Still close match.
It is.
That a girl. Good shot. No problem. Okay, 114. In the 6th with a spare. Tough pattern that she's going to be bowling over her average once again. She's actually thrown the ball very good all weekend.
Unlike me.
I wasn't doing my best not to bring your game up at all.
I had a tough time. But
You know, some patterns you do not match up well. I don't care who you are. There's some patterns that there's some house shots that you match up very well and carry very well, and just have trouble at another house. Not that it's that difficult. It's just that it's carry. Ooh,
good shot.
Pretty good shot. Yeah. It's just the way it is. And believe it or not, years ago, I bowled well here and never bowled a league here. But when I bowled state or city or whatever, I just, for whatever reason, my game matched up good on their house shot here. Of course, we're going back some time, but that's just the way it is. And another example, at the other end of the spectrum, I have a hard time carrying an Arapaho. My game in Arapaho, just it's hard for me. Not that I don't give up. I still do my best, but it's always my lowest average out of all the houses in town for whatever reason. But
Tyler's
I
definitely
like Arapaho. I enjoy Arapaho. It's
That's
just
a great house.
Yeah, it is.
Tyler's in control here. We'll see
Yes,
what
he
happens.
is. He's going to finish last, but he needs to keep doing what he's doing. He's had a great game so far. What a great shot. He's lined up. Okay? He is just really throwing the ball well. He could shoot 267 on this pattern, which would be the second highest game all weekend. Steve Dudek shot 279. Air Dudek, yes. Had 279 in qualifying, 303 with handicap to take over the prepaid game for the tournament. Tyler is just throwing the ball really, really well right now. Boom. Look at, what a great shot. I'm going to steal that ball from him when he's not looking. Double, two spares, and a 5-bagger.
some bad news for you, Nick. It's not just the ball.
Really? I'm shocked. How would you even say such a thing? Come on, Ruthie. Even if you're out of it, just let's finish strong here. Give yourself, do what you can do.
Yeah, she ran into a bulldozer here.
She's going to make over $1,300 today. Great weekend, win or lose. That's the worst she's going to do. Roll up. Come on. Come on. Leaves the 6-9. She can go spare. She's going to shoot 2-0. She could shoot 201 scratch. 40 pins over her average on this pattern. Are you kidding me? What a great...
Well, that's how she got here.
Well, that's an excellent, excellent showing all weekend.
Uh-oh.
Come on. Come on. Roll, 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 roll. Okay, 160 in the 9th, so she can punch
Max
for
at 190.
Yeah, still a great game. She's still bowling over her average. She could shoot 190 with 2 opens on Alcatraz. I'll take that all day.
I threw a strike once.
I heard that was just a vicious rumor. Come on, Ruthie. Looks pretty good. What a great shot.
Do
Gotta
it again.
go. Sad part is she's going to shoot 230 something with handicap and lose on this pattern. It's unfortunate. She threw the ball really well.
Well, still a great weekend.
Sure.
A little high.
Get lucky. All right, 4-7. She's going to shoot 227 with handicap if she converts this spare. 227 on this pattern with handicap. What a great game. Good for her. Meanwhile, Tyler Bryan, even if he opens in a tenth, she'll still shoot 230 scratch. Come on. Don't hook away. Okay, so 178 and 47. She shoots 225 with handicap. Very good game. But it's just not going to be enough today against Tyler Bryan, who's going to win his first title. Why not? Go ahead. I dare you. All right. So 231, he opens in a 10th and with 260, is that what that is?
260 with handicap.
Wow, incredible. Great match. Tyler Bryan at Colorado Springs is going to win his first ABT title with 40% of the megapot, $2,736. When we come back, we're going to yak at Tyler, and otherwise we're going to get out of here, and I still got some Easter eggs to find. They're in strange places, trust me. There, see? We'll be back in just a moment, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at AMF Bellevue Lanes in Inglewood. I'm with the new ABT champion, Tyler Bryan, out of Colorado Springs. And
Thank
you. Your expression is almost as good as when we were at the stadium the one time when we had that little mini thing that where you won $1,000 and you had no clue.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, Tyler, by the way, you won $1,000. Get out."
I remember last time that I made the show, you talked about that too.
Yeah.
How that expression, being able to get up here and do well, always should excite you.
You have
no
to.
matter what you
Right.
do,
Right.
feel good about it, right? So.
That's what we're here for. We're here. That's why we practice. That's why we buy equipment. That's why we, work with our friends and say, how are you going to attack this? How do we open this up? What do you think? I mean, and it all comes back, and you finally win a title. That's awesome.
Oh.
And with the turnout that we had last week, first place today, you win $2,736. That's just
nice.
Awesome.
Oh, that's nice. I mean,
Very
it's
nice.
been 4 years in the
4 years?
run-in now, 3
Yeah.
years in the run-in where I've never really made past the top 4. So it's nice to finally get up here and bowl well for these last couple games, or at least shoot good enough to win one.
What I like because I know the people that practice.
Mm-hmm.
I know the people that really want to do well or better their game.
Yeah.
When it finally all comes together, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
I mean, look at this week. We talked about this yesterday whenever I came in. I was talking to you about how I've been really trying to focus and trying to learn how to play and what to do and everything that kind of comes together. So yesterday to kind of talk with you, and then now today being able to show that to you guys and be like, okay, I can make my moves. I can do what I want. So trying to repeat that is the hard part,
Of
right?
course. Well, it's, and you know what else? Everybody gets into like a zone.
Yeah.
And none of us want it to end. The thing is, how long can we do it?
And I want to add on to that. Sometimes that zone is really good, or sometimes that zone is really
Oh,
bad
it can be
for
the
you.
opposite too.
Yeah, exactly.
You're looking at yourself going, "Am I ever going to shoot over 150 again?"
I
know
mean,
what I mean?
like last week, I think I shot a 125 last week for my qualifier. So to come out and not shoot a 125 this
Yeah,
week,
yeah.
I was on a good zone. I was able to
Yeah.
make sure I stayed in that zone and just try to do the best that I could out.
And that's
every
all you
ball.
can ask for. All you want to do is go out and execute.
Yep.
And I'll give you another example. Isaac Rose.
Mm-hmm.
He threw the ball great today.
Yeah.
He could not get a break to save his life. And if he gets one break,
He makes the cut.
He makes it.
Yeah.
He finishes sixth. And he threw the ball great. But, again, it happens.
Yep.
That's bowling.
And that's the fun part about this game, right? You can throw 12 great shots and not shoot a 300. You
We
can
talked
throw
about it.
12 great shots and maybe only shoot 189 because you got solid leaves.
No
So-
doubles.
Yeah, no doubles. So
Yeah, you shoot a clean 190. Oh, hey,
yeah.
way to
Well,
go.
hey, wait till next week, right?
Right.
Next week if you can shoot 190 on that pattern, I'm gonna.
It'd be huge.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing really
Yeah.
well next week.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome, and it's good. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
You've done really, really good. You've gone to Vegas. You've seen it on a national basis.
Mm-hmm.
You've had a good time.
Yep.
Come back here. And everything finally comes together.
Yep.
Now it's fun because now that you quote break that
Break the
the
ice.
monkey's off your back. Now what are you going to do?
I kind of gave myself a goal this year, right? I wanted to come into these tournaments, these ABTs, these awesome tournaments that you guys hold every week. I love it, by the way. I love that there's a tournament every weekend. If I wanted to go, I can come up here to Denver and come do that. But I gave myself my goal, and I said I want to win at least like 3 this year. I haven't won any. This is my very first one, but I know I've been on that precipice. I've been on the cup, and I want to push a little bit further. So to finally come out, it's mid-April or late April.
Just for your
got my
information,
first one.
I've had one guy. I'm not going to mention any names. I don't want to put any pressure on him. He won 4 titles in a calendar year. Incredible.
Okay. Well,
I've
that's
had
my goal.
one. That's bold. That's won 3.
For how long? How long have you been doing this, and how long has that been happening?
This is my 33rd year.
Okay, so that's a good feat.
This branch has been open for 37 years.
Oh yeah.
Think
So-
about all the different stuff we're on, and all the, to do that is impressive. It really is.
And to be honest, how many tournaments have I done this year? I think I've done 3 tournaments so far this year. This is my 3rd one. I've won the 3rd one. Last week I tried, and I made the cut, but had a really bad first game. So that's kind of what screws me.
It takes you out.
And
But you know what? You did make the cut.
And that's my mindset, trying to go in for this year. If I
Right.
can make every cut and then eventually try to win 3 or 4 this year, I will feel very well succeeded in my goals and trying to
I'll tell you what, I'll be in the back going,
Good job.
great
good job.
great job, because I don't think that it's not that it's not going to happen. It could very easily happen, but you know what? That's a great goal.
Yeah.
If you make the cuts and you cash well, you know what? You've done a good job. You
And-
really have.
It's funny that you mentioned that because that was my goals the first couple years. My first couple years, I really wasn't looking for titles. I wanted them. Obviously, I wanted to come out and I wanted to win. But to win a title was always something that I was like, I'm not ready for. I don't know how to play. I don't know how to move. There's all these little things about this game that make it so hard. Get on a new pattern every different week on a new house. So to come out and finally win one, I feel very accomplished for today. So
Awesome. Well, I am very, very proud of you.
thank you.
You put the time in, you put the work in. My lovely wife has some
And these are my
money
awesome
for
checks
you.
for today, huh? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's been a long time coming. I feel
It-
like
it- and it has.
I should have had one earlier, but finally to have one makes me feel good.
Yeah, let's that guy's gone now.
Yep.
So
Now it's
now
time for the second
let's
win
go,
and the
that's
3rd
right.
win this year.
Yeah.
Try to get up on that leaderboard where, you guys can be back here like, all right, this guy's gonna be good. This guy's gonna put up a good game every week or whenever he comes out and comes and plays. So
That's all you can ask for.
absolutely.
Great job again.
Thank you so much.
I am so proud of you.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that you finally got to the winner's circle, and
Finally.
hopefully it's not the last time we'll see each
not
other.
a one and done kind of thing,
Exactly.
right? Exactly. Thank you so much.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for
Thank
us here
you.
at AMF Bellevue. My new champion, Tyler Bryan, out of Colorado Springs. I'm Nicholas Sources, producer Scott Sledgester here at ColoradoSports.TV. Next week is that big $10,000 first place regional. Now that you're on a roll.
Yeah. Try to make the cut next week, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So on behalf of all of us, thanks for watching on Easter Sunday. Come back and watch that regional next week. You're going to love it. Watch the Survivor Finals. It's going to be cool.
Oh, yeah.
So have a
a
great
good one.
week, and
Thank
we'll
you.
see you next Sunday.
Thank you.